Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. This is an extra video and I just felt like giving you an update on my minimalist wardrobe. So one thing that kind of goes hand in hand with another video that I published at the end of 2021 where I stated that I just don't feel comfortable with the label extreme minimalist anymore. That kind of also goes for my wardrobe. Now, I'm not planning on ever having like more than 100 pieces in my wardrobe again, and I'm far from that. I'm about like something I think between 15 and 30, so it's not that many. But I just realized also again over the past few months that I like being creative with clothes, and that means for me that I do have certain changes happening in my wardrobe, and that I do want to be able to invite new pieces, that I do not want to have a strict number, and that I kind of want to ditch some of the rules that you need to maintain an extreme minimalist wardrobe. So let's talk about the things that I have learned during the past few months, that I'm excited for the next few months, and just all my thoughts. So this is a new sweater, as you can see, and I was really not sure if I wanted to knit it for myself or to sell it, but I decided that I want to wear it. And this was one of these pieces where I just felt like I have to create this. I had like a creative burst and really wanted to create this sweater, and it's my own pattern, and I knit it like just from my imagination, and I think it came out pretty well. It has a similar color to a sweater that I already have, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep that sweater or if I will declutter that during the next few months when I see that I don't wear the other one or this one, and then I'm still gonna give this away or sell it. Of course not as expensive as if it was new. Another thing that kind of never happens when you have an extreme minimalist wardrobe, but I think is very interesting, and a lot of people having like capsule wardrobes talk a lot about it, is what happens to you if you have items you do not wear for several months. So normally I would have a wardrobe where I wear all the pieces all year round, just because I wanted to have a number that is that so low that I need to wear them all the time. And I think that's like practical, that makes sense in a lot of cases. But on the other hand, I live in Germany with 4 seasons, and so a lot of times it's just not the same pieces that make sense during summer and winter. And I'm talking about this pair of linen pants. It's like a linen blend. And I haven't worn it for 4 or 5 months, I think. But now, like, I wore it the first time like 3 days ago again. And I bought these pants to replace like a perfect pair of pants I had, and it just wasn't as great. It's not good quality. It doesn't fit me as well as I wanted it to fit. And so I really didn't feel like wearing it. And also it's pretty thin, so during winter it's just a bit too cold. Now during the past few days it has gotten warmer and like more like spring again, and the other 2 pairs of pants I had were just dirty, and so they're in the laundry right now, and I only had this pair of pants, so I needed to wear it. And what happened to me is that I felt like, oh, it's actually not that bad. I kind of like the outfit, I kind of like wearing it. And that's interesting because that never happens to me. Usually when I don't wear something for 1 or 2 months, I would declutter it because it doesn't make sense if I don't wear it all the time, because I only want to have pieces that I can wear all the time and do wear all the time. And so this was kind of an exception. And as you might know, I have like a new pair of linen pants on my wish list for this year. And so I was planning to buy it during the next, I don't know, 2 or 3 months when spring comes around and it makes more sense again to wear linen pants. I still might do it just because this is such bad quality. But I don't feel as strongly against this pair of pants as I did before. And so that said, I want to just share with you that maybe it does sometimes make sense to not declutter things right away if you want to be sustainable and not have a huge fluctuation of the pieces that you buy and declutter, and rather like put things away, like you do it with Project 333, where you pack things away. And each season you create a new 33 pieces wardrobe of all the things you have, even if it's 500 items. So that was an interesting experience. Another thing that's interesting and that I have debated a lot about during the past few years is how many pairs of like shorts I need, of like really summer pants. And I always had 2 because I thought like, when one is dirty, I want to have another pair to wear. But I realized that here in Germany, it's not that warm for so many days. So usually one pair is enough. And then I downsized to only having one pair of shorts. And the interesting thing is that last year, I think I wore this pair of shorts 5 times. I think the summer wasn't that warm. We were not on vacation or anywhere where it was like warmer than here. But I'm really excited to start wearing these shorts again. And I did want to talk a little bit about them. They are made by Organic Basics. And this video is not sponsored in any way. But this was a PR sample. So I got these gifted like 1.5 years ago. And it's just like very basic Tencel shorts. And they still feel super soft. What I actually wanted to say is that I'm now convinced that I really only need one pair of shorts, but that I still hope to wear them a bit more maybe this summer. And I also wanted to talk about Tencel in general, the fabric these pair of shorts are made from. And here I also want to talk about the t-shirts I have, because half of them are made from Tencel as well. But for the t-shirts, I have this Tencel shirt I have also had for 1.5 years, and I do have to say, like, I wore it a lot. It's still in a good condition, but I think you can start to see like a little tiny bit of wear, but I hope it's still gonna be good for another 3 years or so. And then I have this singlet, and I do have to say I wore this a lot also during winter under like sweaters. And Organic Basics right now has a huge discount on their Tencel pieces. So you can get them for 40% off. And if you also use my code, that it will be down below in the description, and also here on the screen, you can get an extra 10% off. So that's kind of almost 50% off these Tencel pieces. And I do have to say they are a great investment and a great like fabric for summer and also winter in my opinion. And I'm really excited to wear them, and maybe like Tencel is definitely one of my favorite fabrics. I've said that before. I also wear underwear in Tencel right now. And I'm excited to even maybe invite more Tencel pieces in the future into my wardrobe, because it's like a very sustainable fabric. It holds up very well. It feels almost kind of like silk. It's very flowy, and I like that instead of like the stiff cotton texture and how it like falls. So I can highly recommend Tencel pieces, and I'm excited to get more wear, or like for those to be more kind of like part of an outfit again. I'm like really excited to create outfits with these again, because during winter, like you never see them. There's always a sweater on top. And I'm not wearing this pair of shorts, except maybe for a pajama or for working out or something like that. And we're also gonna take a look at the website if there's something that I need from Organic Basics once this sale lasts. Because as you know, sustainable fashion is kind of expensive, and a lot of us just cannot afford sustainable fashion all the time or for everything they need, but maybe this sale is a good way to introduce yourself to sustainable fabrics and fashion, and take a look and see if there's something you need. But what I also wanted to talk about, so these are the shirts. I have like 2 Tencel shirts, but the other shirts I have, I decluttered some things in a video a month or so ago that I'm gonna link you up here, where I just decluttered everything I own, not just clothes, but all the other things as well. But I decluttered everything apart from these 2 because it was not great. Not apart from these 2, I do have another shirt, and that is this one, and it's this, now you see where it was just dried on the drying rack. So this is a shirt that I knitted a few months ago. It was still like autumn, I think in October or so, and I was just really not sure if it's a good idea, if you can wear shirts like this under a sweater, and I do want to update you on this. It's absolutely possible. I wore this a lot just because it's like tighter, and the boxier one is not as tight, and this. So these were the ones that I kind of, I always wore one of them. Now I'm not wearing a shirt, just to be able to show you all of them. But I'm also knitting a new one right at the moment that I'm excited for, and just to try out if like a t-shirt kind of works as well. And this one has a bit of a thicker fabric, and so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to wear a sweater on top of this. But I'm also really excited for this one. It's the first striped garment I've had in maybe 7 years. So this is exciting, but it's like a nice contrast. It's like 2 brown colors. And so that's what I'm knitting right now. But another thing I wanted to say to this, and just to the whole like wardrobe situation. So this might be a bit thicker, and that might make it impossible to wear something on top. Now, if you know my rules, kind of when it comes to minimalist wardrobes, I do want to be able to wear everything with everything else. And that might not be possible with this. But on the other hand, I just really felt during the past months, and even maybe during the past 1 or 2 years, that I want to allow myself again to be a bit more creative. Especially during the past few months, that I want to allow myself to just kind of go with my feelings sometimes as well. And so this is secondhand yarn. I'm not gonna buy new yarn. It's not like hurting the environment in any way. I'm careful with these resources. I'm trying to make a good t-shirt out of it. So I hope to be able to wear it, but if it's nothing for me, I can give it to another person. That's like kind of the thought behind it, because I don't want to be wasteful when being experimental with my wardrobe. But on the other hand, I want to allow myself to give into my creativity and create something if I suddenly feel like it. And that was definitely also the case with that t-shirt. I kind of had that image in my mind. I thought like, this is the perfect yarn I have. I want to create this t-shirt. I hope it's gonna turn out well, and I hope it is, and I hope I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of it. But I'll have to see if I actually wear it, and if I'm okay with not wearing it like half of the year during winter when I'm wearing like sweaters. And so maybe it's not going to be possible to wear this underneath. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I want to allow myself to be less strict with the number, less strict with the rules, allow myself to have like a fluctuating wardrobe in numbers and in individual pieces. I want to allow myself to try out new things in the most sustainable way possible. And I'm really excited for summer. For a long time now, I kind of did not feel inspired for outfits and fashion because I just had the clothes I had, and I have to say I wasn't really happy with the pants I had. My past like jeans, also this linen pants, now sweatpants are also not ideal for creating beautiful outfits. And now I have a new pair of jeans. You can also see it in other videos. And I'm feeling excited again. And a few new pieces. And I know that's maybe not like the perfect minimalist or sustainable approach. But yes, I am a person that's also consuming. And I think that's okay if I try to be sustainable with it. So that's just what I wanted to share with you as a little update. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to check out the sale at Organic Basics. And now I do want to recommend you this video right here. It's talking about things that I do want to let go, and I'm getting more minimalist in this direction when it comes to like mindset and how I think about myself and like just, yeah, mind things. But I hope I'll see you there, and otherwise the next time. Bye!